All right, everybody, it's New Year's Day. I'm sitting there drinking my coffee, and, I've been doing a lot of these silly Virtue Project videos, and, don't listen to me. I'm just a drunk fool. Um, but today, I wanted to do Moses again. And, recently I heard that Daniel it wasn't allowed in the Torah. And Daniel wasn't allowed in the Torah because I heard that Moses doesn't allow eunuchs into Judaism. And that just broke my heart. Because I think Daniel's just balls, man. Fucking A. Like, Daniel is fucking awesome. So what a tragedy this amazing Jew is not allowed into Judaism. Fucking A. But to me, I'm fine with that, because I see the law in a different light, right? Water that doesn't flow becomes stagnant. And so, I think God is both transformation and stasis at the same time, as we should be. I think stasis is beautiful, reason and all that shit. And but a big fan of reason. No, hell yeah. But reason without chaos is just boring slavery. So, I think that we should think about the law in the same way. Moses' law. Moses, I think, wasn't creating this static um, thing. So, in other words, when he says that eunuchs should not be allowed into Judaism, I don't think he was condemning eunuchs. I don't. I think he was trying to protect his Jewish people. And what was he trying to protect his Jewish people from? Well, in Mesopotamia, um, eunuchs were a thing, and I don't know why. Like, I know that Arabs used to enslave black people, and, as soon as a black person would become enslaved, they'd get their dick chopped off. And this happens. Like, we can talk about the Chinese eunuchs, right? I mean, it's eunuchs are in a Game of Thrones, right? And this guy's not only a story writer who wrote Game of Thrones, he's a proper fucking historian, and he knows the power of eunuchs. Like, just read China. Shit, the Chinese eunuchs are powerful, and I think the same thing was happening in Mesopotamia. It's like, if you have a man that's able to accept his dick being chopped off, then he's able to transcend humanity and become a powerful force within this world. Um, so a eunuch can can be very dangerous, especially a society that allows eunuchs within them. And so he was trying to protect the Jewish people from developing a eunuch class, because a eunuch class can potentially destroy a tribe. I think the same thing is happening with the pork stuff. The don't eat a pig. I think bacon is the best. I fucking love me some bacon. And I think it's a tragedy that a man would go through life and never have eaten bacon, right? But a pig is a potentially dangerous animal if you don't treat it properly. And if there's one person in a tribe that raises the pig improperly, then you're gonna have parasites, and you're gonna have disease, and you're gonna have sickness. And so Moses is just like, hey, keep it simple, stupid. Let's just, because of that danger, let's just fucking outlaw pig eating because of that one person who's going to raise the pig improperly, because that's just a character and personality they have. They don't have a passion for their work, um, and they're just slop. They're just slop, and because they're slop, and because they raise the pig improperly, then they can introduce parasites and disease and sickness within the Jewish tribe. So he's just like, fuck it, let's get rid of the pig eating. Not that pig eating is somehow like, ugh, like, I mean, if God created this world and declared it to be good, you know, so like, what a contradiction, right? How can you fucking say God created this world and he declared it to be good, but God created a pig, and you Jewish people are declaring pigs to be evil? Like, oh, who are you to condemn God? So it's not that the pig is evil. It's just that some people have no class and have no respect for themselves or others. And you know, I think, Daniel. Oh, he's the man. He's the boss, and he should totally be allowed. And, well, maybe not, because I was talking about Enoch, and I think, Enoch would think it's cool that he's not in the canon, right? Like he's a rebel, but I think God's a rebel too. So yeah, I don't know. That's all I have to say.